Good afternoon and welcome to the fourth episode in our 10-part series on leadership. Today we will explore team leadership. I'm Julie Graham and I'm joined here today by my co-host Craig Salen.
Thanks Julie. We're here at Cardinia Park, home of the Geelong Football Club. Their achievement of 3 premierships in 5 years is a great example of team leadership in action.
In our discussion of team leadership today, we will examine what makes a team leadership effective. We will look at how effective team leadership can enhance the performance of a team. In fact, many leadership critics suggest that effective leadership is the most critical factor in team success. To enhance our understanding, we will examine some of the factors behind the success of the Geelong Cats football team.
You may not have realised this, but Julie has a lot of knowledge and passion about the Geelong Cats and football in general, while I, on the other hand, basically have no interest in footy whatsoever. However, this episode has provided me with a lot of respect and understanding of the skills required for effective team leadership, regardless of the sporting or business situation.
Today we are also going to discuss team leadership in the context of the HAO model for team leadership. This model is analysed by Peter Northouse in his book Leadership Theory and Practice. We will look at the theory of this model as well as some of the practical applications of this model by the Geelong Football Club during their recent team success.
This model focuses on monitoring the team and taking whatever actions are necessary to ensure and improve team effectiveness. This includes seeing how the team is currently performing, diagnosing any problems, analysing which barriers or issues are to be prioritised, determining the best course of action to take, and implementing the appropriate solutions.
The team leader is integral to the functioning of any team, and their effectiveness will have a major impact on the performance of the team. So what makes a good team leader? It is critical that team leaders are effective communicators. They need to have a wide range of communication skills. They must have the ability to identify a range of issues and barriers to performance. They also need to have good decision-making skills, to know when to take action, as well as to know what action needs to be taken at this time. It is important that the team leader understands what makes teams work and their factors for success, so that they are able to monitor the team and ensure it meets its objectives.
Teams achieve more than just reaching their goals and objectives. An effective team will also add value to its members as they will learn from each other and achieve their own self-development. Tom Harley, Premiership Captain of the Geelong Cats in 2007 and 2009, highlighted this point in a recent interview with Hamish McLaughlin from the Herald Sun. In this interview, he was asked for his thoughts on good leadership, and he said, "It is a never-ending search to make others around you better."
Before we go on with discussing leadership, firstly let's identify what makes up a team. A team is made up of a group of people who are working together to achieve a common goal. The individuals in the team have an interdependence on the members of the team to achieve their goals. They need to work together to achieve the required performance, but teams should also add to the intrinsic satisfaction of the individuals in the team.
An important element of effective team leadership is decision-making. A team leader needs to be able to make the appropriate decisions at the right time. Hill's model for team leadership suggests there are 3 major decisions that a team leader will need to make. The first decision involves leaders regularly collecting and analysing information on performance, team functionality, and monitoring of the internal and external environments. Next, the leader needs to decide if the issue is related to the internal or external environment of the team. This decision will be made by the leader after analysing what barriers are impacting on the team's performance. For example, is there conflict amongst the team? Do the team need more resources? Are the team members being distracted by other responsibilities which are impacting their ability to contribute effectively to the team? If internal actions are required, a leader must decide if the required action is task-focused or relationship-focused. For instance, if an interdepartmental process has failed, the leader needs to identify if the task is what should be reviewed or whether there is a cross-department personality clash. Trying to treat the symptoms without correctly identifying the cause will likely result in failure. Another example of this can be seen in the case of a football club where there's been a communication breakdown between players which results in a turnover of possession to the other team.
Internal leadership actions are focused on the internal environment of the team and can be task-focused or relationship-focused. Task-focused actions are taken to improve the performance of tasks which are completed in order to meet the team's objectives. These actions may be concentrated on the structure of the team, the tasks to be performed, or the timelines to be met. Some internal task-focused leadership actions suggested in the HAO model for team leadership will ensure the team has the appropriate skills and training to perform their roles, understands the team goals and objectives, is planning effectively to achieve these goals, is sharing critical information, and are all performing their individual roles effectively. Internal relationship actions focus on improving relationships between team members. These actions encourage good teamwork and collaboration through fostering positive relationships and good communication. Some internal relationship-focused leadership actions suggested in the HAO model for team leadership include coaching to improve interpersonal skills, encouraging collaboration amongst team members, managing conflicts amongst team members to reduce personal conflict but to still allow intellectual conflict and avoid groupthink, building team commitment and satisfying the trust and support needs of team members.
External leadership actions include those which protect and improve team interactions with the external environment. Effective team leaders will implement actions focused on ensuring the external environment enhances rather than inhibits their team's work. Some external leadership actions suggested in the HAO model for team leadership include networking to form alliances and gain access to information from external sources, advocating for the team with those who can have an impact on its environment, negotiating with senior management for recognition, support and resources, protecting team members from external distractions, accessing and examining external indicators of effectiveness, such as surveying of customers, and providing team members with information so that they understand the environment that they are working within. The Geelong Football Club, during their premiership winning years, focused heavily on understanding their external environment and implementing actions to respond to it. In particular, Harry Taylor, a member of the Geelong Cats leadership team and key player in the 2009 and 2011 premierships, is well known for his fastidious preparation for every game. This includes observing hours of video footage and compiling a dossier on his opponents. His preparation also includes examining all grounds the team plays at to work out key strategies, such as where the wind comes through the gaps in the stadium. Harry's teammates in the Scott Gullen book Greatness credit him with helping them significantly to understand and prepare for their upcoming matches.
An effective team is one who reaches their own goals as well as achieving self-development for their team members. Working in teams allows team members to learn from each other and support each other to achieve their own personal and professional development. An effective team leader will facilitate this environment for their teams. An example of this is the Geelong team of 2007. In this year, not only did Geelong win the AFL Premiership, the ultimate goal of any AFL team, but the team effectiveness enhanced individual performance. One of their players, Jimmy Bartell, won the prestigious Brownlow Medal, which meant he had been voted on as the best and fairest player in the league. Also, Geelong Cats in that year achieved a record number of players making the All-Australian AFL team. The first time ever that 9 out of the 22 players chosen were from one team.
As we have explored through this episode, effective team leadership is critical to both performance and success. An effective team leader will monitor and decide when to take action to address issues and barriers to team performance. They will also know whether the action should be focused on the internal or external environment of the team. Lastly, a successful team leader will be able to determine when internal leadership actions should be task-focused or relationship-focused.
For example, Geelong Cats great Matthew Scarlett in his book Hold the Line, describes 2 internal leadership actions which the Cats had to implement in 2009 to win the premiership. The first problem was task-focused and was the need to be able to kick more goals. This was achieved by intensive coaching and goal-kicking practice by the Cats forwards. The second problem was relationship-focused, in that the team just wasn't gelling and working well together. This was addressed by taking some time out from the gruelling practice regime and having a day of social and team-building activities at Matthew Scarlett's Janjak property. This was highly successful in focusing the team. And that brings us to the end of our presentation on team leadership.
We hope you found it interesting and enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.